Hi, I'm Nadia. Welcome to Home Delivery World Europe 2022 here in Amsterdam. Joining me today is Johan from Fisherman. Johan, thanks so much for being here today. Now, you're an innovation consultant and team coach. Tell us about that and the company.
Thank you, Nadia. Glad to be here. Well, I'm working with companies, governments of all kinds and all sectors to basically go from point A to point B and transforming their problems into solutions.
And what are you aiming to learn and gain from the event here?
I'm looking forward to meet like-minded people that understand the challenges in bringing transformation alive, and also that have an affinity for sustainability. Because the last 3 years I've really been digging deep into sustainable city logistics, and I've really fallen in love with this concept of making a difference basically through bringing sustainable concepts alive.
Well, tell us about that and tell us about how it's changed over the last few years.
It's been tremendous. It's gone from something that's on the side of the company. It's like, is it a trend? Is it a tendency? Is it something that will blow over? Until that's right in the core of every company. Needs to be even in the strategic board discussions, in the contracts negotiations. It's like ever present.
Mm-hmm. And where are we going with sustainability? You know, more and more people are becoming aware of it and trying to do something, but you know, what's the end game?
It's today a very difficult question to answer considering the situation we're in globally. If you look at the decisions made even by the Dutch government yesterday, I don't know if you heard, but they're turning up their production through coal centrals in order to produce electricity, even being one of the front runners on sustainable goal setting. I really question that if this is the right way to go.
Yeah.
But then again, if you look at logistics, I really think we're doing a good job there. There are a lot of companies I see they're taking good initiatives, being front runners on the subject, implementing the right things, but we still have a long way to go. Okay.
And what part of the operation can benefit the most from making the supply chain more sustainable?
Oh, that's a very good question. Depending on how you put it, I would say all parts can benefit. Sustainability is not just about, it's more about a mindset. And if you look at sustainability as taking care of your resources, that means more than just commodities. It's also about people. It's about the profit you make. And if you look at it in that kind of terms, and you look at it from a perspective that you can bring in concepts that are lasting in time, I think it's a very valuable driver also to bring some more purpose into the business perspective of your company.
And tell us about the main opportunities and the challenges that fishermen face here at the event.
Yeah.
Or can the event help?
It certainly can. It's about creating awareness in the first place. It's about bringing forward that change is possible. You just need to tackle it one step at a time. Sustainability is a very important topic that at the end, as I see it working with logistics companies, can be profitable at the same time. Because the basic principle of sustainability is also in terms of logistics consolidation. It means putting in more standards and making those standard streams more profitable, more efficient. So when the sustainable choice become the less costly at the end, I think we're going in the right direction. At the other hand, I can't say that there is no technology that is not available at the moment to make a difference. But the real question is, are you willing to? Are you willing to do the work that's needed to bring the sustainable solution forward? And there we still have a long way to travel, because it's about mindset, creating the right mindset.
Yeah, I agree. It's a mindset and awareness, like we said about earlier.
Absolutely.
And with that in mind, you know, what does the next 5 years hold?
Now, there will be quite some challenges if you look especially on urban areas and cities. You will, today, I don't know if you're aware, but almost half of the world's population is living in cities. We're talking about 4 billion people living in cities, which creates a lot of opportunities, but also a lot of challenges. Urban planning, to name one. How do we cope with that? How do we cope with the air quality in the cities? How do we create livable cities? If you see the pressure from e-commerce roaring upon the cities on the streets, there are a lot of questions going up there, like how can we make sure that the streets are ours again, that we give back the curbstone to the people who live there? And then we see like cooperation wouldn't be a bad idea between different logistics players. And there's still a long way to go. So I'm really looking forward to the moment, like maybe in 5 years' time, where competitors become partners in a kind of way. They find a way to consolidate their volume, bring it into cities with vehicles that are not putting danger on the streets, that are not putting too much pressure on the streets, that governments find a way to also stimulate that kind of behavior and offer you and me, inhabitants, a sustainable choice.
And tell us about your panel discussion today. What was that on?
The first one was about innovating in logistics, and I added the flavor of innovating in a sustainable way.
Of course.
Yeah. And there we really put forward, like, we also have a responsibility to take, and with we, I mean you and I, in our behavior. And there are some voices coming up and saying, like, is the expectation set by the e-commerce player really the right one? Is it fair to say that a good is delivered at your doorstep for free within 2 hours on the same day? Is this really the way we want to move forward? Is it a behavior that we want to teach our kids?
Yeah.
Also, who are we competing against, right? If you have, it's a battle for a consumer, it's a battle for the household budget, and everyone wants to spend it please spend it in my shop.
Yeah.
And therefore, we also need to make people aware that there are some people working in logistics, basically earning fair money, but yeah, delivery can't be for free.
Yeah.
We can't expect people to be present 24/7 for no wage at all. So there's something to say for that kind of questions.
And Johan, finally, if you could describe the event in one word, what would it be?
Exciting.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Have an exciting rest of the event, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.